solve some of the issues that need to be solved in the world. Women came together to share their stories and to be empowered. And, you know, as women, there are times when we really actually need to reinvent ourselves. So, yes, you have your purpose, you have your passion, and there are changing times. And in the changing times, just like a brand that actually needs to repackage itself, so in getting your passion and your purpose out there, you sometimes need to repackage it. And that's what I'm going to talk with you about today. So for me, reinvention is about shedding the shackles of the past and really transform and transfigure into the person who you are here to be. You know, it actually takes courage, will, and determination to live into the purpose and to be the person who you are here to be. Do you know that according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, there are over 126 million women-owned companies around the world? Now, just think about that. 126 million owned companies around the world. And if every woman owned business was really attempting to add value, even more value, to solve some of the big issues, what a different world it would be. We can just step in and don't have to wait for someone to give us permission. So that's what I mean by shedding the shackles of the past and really moving in to the person who we are actually here to be. So I would like to then move on to say, so how do we do that? Well, it's about having a success mindset. You know, oftentimes both Marina and myself talk about the success mindset. And for me, success means having the courage, the determination, and the will to become the person that you're here to be. And when we do that, then it becomes much easier. You have to reinvent, you know, just as established products and brands need updating to stay alive and vibrant, you periodically need to refresh your passion and your purpose. You see, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Reinvention is actually happening every day. When you think about it, your body is actually reinventing itself every day. Did you know that your cells change every 28 days? So the liver cells that you had 28 days ago are not the same as you have now. Your cells change, every cell in the body changes every 28 days. It has its own system, it has its own timetable, but you know, and that's why each day we are new. Each day we are new. So reinvention is happening all the time. And reinvention happens every time you actually make a major shift in your life. Every time you have a new relationship or you adjust a relationship, every time you move, every time you lose a loved one, every time you choose who you want to become, then it's reinvention. Reinvention is happening all the time. So it's not it reinvention isn't something new, not at all. So what do I mean by then stepping into that success mindset? Well, I personally think that successful reinvention of your passion requires you to have clarity and resilience. Clarity. You need to have that burning passion in your heart and know why you're doing what you are doing. Sufficient to say that a lot have been spoken around the why. So I want to spend more time on the resilience. You know, life happens. Life is going to happen. Life will take its own twist like a river. It never goes straight. You will get knocked back and things will get in the way. However, It only makes you stronger. You need to remember that when you are committed to your passion, committed to your purpose, when you are committed, you can overcome whatever challenges that life throws at you. Because, you know, you can be as steady like a tree. You can be steady and resilient. When the wind and the storms blow, your root is so grounded. You're so grounded in recognizing that you are here as a spiritual being having a human experience, and there is nothing that life can throw at you that you do not have the power to overcome. I also believe that successful reinvention requires you to discover your soul. By that I mean knowing who you are, what matters most. When somebody said to you, "Who are you?" how would you answer that question? You know, so often we answer with our name, we answer with our degrees, we answer with what we do. But you know, it's not about any of that. Who are you really at your core? Who are you? I often say that I am a radiant beam of light here having a human experience. Yes, and that's why I use Beacon, Beacon as my company name. You know, I am here shining. I'm here as a radiant beam of light. And that's when in Stardust, you know, Marina talks about Stardust. You know, when we all come together and we all shine, we become galaxies. We really do become galaxies. So take some time and think quite carefully about who are you at the core. Reinvention also requires you to have knowledge of your strengths. This is often what I call your GPS. So your GPS, your G is your gifts. The gifts that you came into the world is, and you know what it is that makes your heart sing. You know what you can work at for time and time and time again without you feeling worn out and being tired. So your gifts. Oftentimes I have actually said, we need to stop and take an audit of our gifts. So that's the G. And the P is your purpose and your passion. And the S are your skills. And you know, they're all interlinked because you recognize that the areas where you develop skills in are areas where you are most gifted. Of course, we can develop skills in other areas where we are not that gifted. And, you know, it actually takes practice like everything else. But we flow much more easily when we are engaged with our passion and with our purpose. So know your strengths. The positive mindset and a positive self-image is just so important. Irrespective of what is actually happening in life, I'll say it again, there is nothing that happens to you in life. There are no situations, there are no circumstances that you will face in life that you do not have the power to overcome, because you are a powerful being. You are a spiritual being. You are a powerful being. And there is nothing in life that you cannot overcome. So when you're faced with the issues and the challenges and the circumstances, remember to connect with Source. Remember to breathe and recognize that this too shall pass. When you connect with Source and ask for guidance, that guidance will come. It never fails. The divine is always with us. The divine never leaves us. Give thanks for the resolution and for the answers, because gratitude is such a great benefactor. When you start giving gratitude for that which you wish, it flows, it comes, because it is a universal law. That which you are most grateful for, that which you focus on, that which you focus on will expand in your life. So the positive mindset is so important. Plans, of course, we can have all the ideas in the world, but if you don't actually roll up your sleeve and put your shoulder to the plans, nothing happens. So I often use a quotation from Joel Baker, a futurist, and he says, "Vision without action is only a dream. Action without vision passes the time, but action with vision can change the world." So whatever you're planning, then schedule the space and schedule the time for you to take consistent action. Because when you take consistent action, just focus on making small steps. And incremental small steps will eventually lead you to the success that you require. The commitment to take that consistent small step is so important. And like Edison, remember Edison, that he tried over 10,000 times when he was reinventing the incandescent light bulb. And when people said to him, "Oh, Mr. Edison, haven't you recognized that you have failed?" And he said, "No, I haven't failed. I have found 10,000 ways which will not work." No, that's about mindset, isn't it? That is about mindset. So every time you meet failure, learn the gifts, learn the lessons that it has, and actually move on. Because remember, you were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, and importantly, you must expect to win. You are a winner. Bring your gifts to the world, and that is why in Radio Works World, we are having our monthly Make the News. We're making the news in different parts of the world. And what we are doing, we're saying to people, share your stories. You too have a story to share. Bring your story to Radio Works World. And as you bring your story, you recognize that others will learn from your story. Your story has an important impact. We will support you to identify the people who can benefit most from your story. And it is so important to remember that life isn't about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself. And that's a quotation from George Bernard Shaw. Life isn't about finding yourself. It is about creating yourself. So come to Make the News on a monthly basis, and we will support you and work with you to create yourself. It's so important that you set your intention. You set your intention to be at the top. We always say that cream always rises to the top. And you know something? All the people who are in the top 200 to 300 in their niche, all the top 200 people in almost any field have success and they make a decent living from their niche. So whatever you're doing, put your energy into it. Whoever you choose to be, put your energy into it. Aim to become the star. And that's what we talk about stardust. Aim to become the star, because when you shine, you will always be successful. And I just remind you that when you set your intention, the choices you make today will be your biography tomorrow. I say that again. The choices that you make today will be your biography tomorrow. So oftentimes, we find that we're sitting back and we are waiting for someone to give us permission. You know something? You need to give permission to yourself. No one else can give you permission. You've got to give permission to yourself. And that came over so much at the Women Economic Forum, that so many women were having conversations about some of the policy issues, some of the practical issues, and were asking the men ministers and policyholders who were there for permission. And invariably, all the men are saying, women, wake up. Wake up and understand that you are powerful beings. You are the ones who gave birth. You are strong. You are capable. Stop asking for permission and just go out there and be who you wish to be. Now, you and I know that situations and circumstances and cultural socialization does get in the way at times. But even with all of that, when you make that decision to take yourself seriously as a woman, nothing can stop you. Don't sit and wait for permission to be the person who you want to be. Of course, you will be challenged because there are people who will want to hold you back. I understand that. I really do understand that. And at the end of the day, you have to say yes to yourself, because when you say yes to yourself, you recognize your need. And when you meet your need, you continuously reinvent yourself. You also need to know who to speak with and the networks to which you need to belong. Network with people who want to empower you, people who are committed to empowering you. Check out who you're hanging about with, because as it's often said, the research shows that you are the net worth of the top 5 people that you hang around with. So look at the people who are in your network and who you're spending most of your time with. Remember, you are good enough. You are good enough. So just know that you are good enough, irrespective of where you are, irrespective of whatever circumstances. You are good enough. So circumstances and situations in life are never the determinant factor of who you are. Who you are is more powerful. You are power and perfection. And when you step into that power and perfection, you can achieve your dreams and you can be the person who you are here to be. So I want to remind you that when you walk into your power and choose your power, you cannot invent and reinvent yourself if you become very contented with borrowed postures and second-hand ideas and fitting in instead of standing out. You need to know who you are. Be your authentic self. Use your creativity, your vision, and your intelligence and walk into the spot that is there for you. Claim your spot. It's never too late to claim your spot. It's never too late to claim your spot, irrespective of wherever you are and whatever you be. So, for example, part of my story, I have had many successes in life. Yes, I have had many challenges in life. And here I am, a beautiful, getting on to 68 years old. And in June, my birthday, the 29th of June, I'll be this beautiful 68 years old. And I am still learning. I am still learning because life is about continuous development. Life is about lifelong learning because you know something? When you stop learning, you begin to die. I say it again. When you stop learning, you begin to die. So have the passion to become all that you are here to be. And you know, you will never reach your full potential because the beauty is as you grow and expand like the universe, you expand even more. There are new things, there are new areas, there are new opportunities. Opportunities will open up for you. So if you were with me in March, at Radio Works where Make the News in London, you would have seen Marina presenting an accreditation to me as an international journalist. Now, here I am, new opportunities, new openings, and the same will be there for you as you engage with your passion, as you engage with your purpose. You will find new opportunities open up for you. So I say to you, in terms of you reinventing yourself and staying fresh and staying current, there are a few questions I'd like to leave you with. And they are, does your goals match your values? Now, only you can answer those questions. Does your goals match your values? Does your goals conflict with other priorities in your life? And so when it comes to the priorities in life, the central question, the what I call the bedrock question is, what matters most? What matters most? Have you really stopped and made a note of what matters most? How clear are you? Coming right back to the beginning when I talked about clarity. How clear are you about what matters most? And so therefore, what are your priorities? So, will you pursue your reinvention in the long term for the right reason? And the right reason is about continuously expanding your passion and engaging with your purpose. Can you gain satisfaction from each step? Are you gaining satisfaction from each step? Why do I ask you that question? It's back to the point I make. What is it that actually makes your heart sing? Are you in the flow of what makes your heart sing? These are very important soul searching questions. And that is why oftentimes you actually do need a coach. You need a coach to hold you accountable. You need a coach to support you, to think through and work through and take the action. I have a coach. I ensure that I have accountability partners because there is no way. All the more successful people in life have more than one coaches. They have coaches for every area of their life. They have coaches for their finance. They have coaches for their mental focus. They have coaches for their personal development. They have coaches for their career. You know, it's about you investing in yourself. And when you come to be with us in making the news, we support you, and we support you with packages to to coach you and enable you to be the person who you are here to be. You can make contact with me at neslin@neslin.com, Neslyn @neslin.com. And when you do so, you will work with me and you will work with my partners who will support you to be the person who you are here to be. And I just want to give you a few tips around a plan for networking. And your networking is just so important. And that's why when you come to us at Make the News, wherever we are in the world, you expand your networks. And so, of course, in your networks, you think about the circle of your friends and family. Now, who are the friends and families who are supporting you to be all that you are here to be? The next circle is your online community. Oh, you can have all these Facebook friends, etc., etc., etc. But how many really are you really connected with? People who are able to enable you. People who you are committed to enabling as well. So it's important that you're strategic with your online community. Then we have a circle, which is, your meetups. When you go out to your meetings, when you go to Make the News, wherever you are in the world, in our meetups, how do you collaborate and partner with others? So another circle is about the thought leaders. Who are the thought leaders in your area of expertise, in the area that you're most interested in? These are people you connect with. Your next circle are your mentors and your coach. Are you connecting? And as I said before, all successful people have decent coaches. And of course, another circle are your wealth creators. And what we do in the wealth creators, we take it very seriously at Radio Works World, because we are here and committed to supporting and enabling you to create your own wealth. So start making your way through the circles and identify the people you can trust, the people who have expertise, and the people of influence. Choose your coach and your mentors from among the people who have influence. Start and build out your networks. Some days you will be frustrated, but remember why you are reinventing yourself. The stronger your why, the more you will be motivated to move through when the going gets rough. And the going gets rough from time to time because life happens. Be committed to yourself. Say yes to yourself. Because when you say yes to yourself, you empower yourself and you empower others. People don't take you seriously until you take yourself seriously. It is from the inside out. Whatever you're wishing for, You have to start with it from the inside. And I would like to encourage you to focus on your breathing for 15 minutes per day. Keep being mindful. You see, mindfulness prevents you from losing your focus. Practice gratitude. Allow yourself to be grateful for who you are. I say that again. Allow yourself to be grateful for who you are, what you have, and who you are becoming. Gratitude is the bridge between your reality and the quantum universe. And when you are practicing gratitude, you will find that you're able to bring about what you're intending to manifest into your reality with ease. So keep delivering excellence. And as you continue to be committed to excellence, you will find that you move into the top within your niche. When you are in the top 30 or the top 50, you can make a lot of wealth. Start from where you are. Wherever you are okay. Keep improving daily. Kid, keep improving daily. People who cannot reinvent themselves must be contented with borrowed postures, second-hand ideas, fitting in instead of standing out. Will you make a commitment to stand out? I trust so. This is Dr. Neslin signing off, saying to you, keep your passion burning within you. Let it light your fire to continue being the very best of who you are. So until next week, peace be with you. Love you. Goodbye.